What is up, family? Hope y'all day was good. I had an all right day yesterday. My sports bettors out there, I hope y'all jumped on them bands. I told y'all them bands will make you dance. Shit. Them Hawks. You see that line, that opening line was minus 11. You know, all them guys were out. For Miami, you had to slam that. You know, them they're plus 31. They opened up at they usually open up at minus 20, minus 5,000, but it opened up at minus 1,200. I see a lot of folks in the group, they jumped on it, you know what I'm saying? And I was all over it. Didn't bet as much as I wanted to bet on it. Did a couple parlays. A few things didn't go my way. Yesterday, the teams I were on was I had Minnesota, Atlanta, Denver, and Sacramento Kings. Those were the teams that I was on, you know. So I had to gravitate throughout the day for me to even get for me to even figure out who I was going to be on. But I came to the conclusion of those guys there. So DFS, I just been playing one lineup. You know, I clunked out last night, didn't cash, but the books I made up for that on the books. Today we got 8 games. This is the last of the preseason here. I'm kind of glad. I ain't gonna say I'm kind of glad, but it is a lot of work. You got Twitter. Now is the time to turn the notifications on for Fantasy Labs. Make sure you be on at Fantasy Labs NBA. Make sure you be on each tweet that they put out, because they ramp up on regular season. What else, man? Oh yeah, so we got some news. We don't have a lot of definites right now, so you got to, man, just tread lightly. I don't know. I have to be to work. I have to be to work. What? About 4 hours before lock today. So it's gonna be hard for me today. It's gonna be hard for me today. So let's jump right into it. I'm just gonna try to make this a little short here. I'm not even gonna dive off into everything. I'm just gonna point out the few players that I like. From each team. As of right now, we got a little news out for these teams, but not as much as I expect or I want. So today, the news is just going to be pouring in today, man. So you got to be, have your eyes, you got to be glued to those beat writers, man. And I'll do what I can on my Twitter. Y'all already know what I do. So starting off with Boston and Miami. So we know on the Boston side, we know Marcus Smart is out, Pritchard's out. We know Jaylen Brown is out, and who else is out? Horford is out, and then on the Miami Heat side, they say it's all the starters and everybody that was out last game. It's going to say they're out, but they're not out right now. So. Victor Oladipo, we know he's going to be out. Garrett is out. Who else? Yeah, so keep an eye out on that news. Those are probably the only guys that are out right now, but we still need to fact check everything. Jimmy Butler, you have to keep your eye out on Jimmy Butler as well, because he might be the one, that one culprit that's probably going to sit out. I do have some interest in Dennis Schroeder here, and who else? Mainly the main guys, Dennis Schroeder, Jason Tatum, with Al Horford being out. You could look to Robert Williams. Enes Kanter, we're going to get some run. I probably won't mess with neither one of those guys. But Dennis Schroeder is priced pretty nicely at $4,600. Okay, so that's something to look at. Over here on the Heat side, assuming Jimmy Butler plays, if he doesn't go, then, Tyler Hero, he's all right. My favorite plays right now over here probably is going to be Kyle Lowry and who else? Kyle Lowry and Bam Adebayo. Yeah. So those will be, two of my favorite plays over here. Kyle Lowry, he knows how to stuff the stat sheet. He knows how to get everybody involved. You can look for him to, get, like 7 assists or better. We have to keep an eye on the news for playing time for these teams. And you have to use some educated guesses just in case, one of these teams, preferably the Miami Heat, if they get up, to a nice lead or whatever, could cut some of their minutes short. Until we hear otherwise, Cleveland and Indiana. On the Cleveland side, we know we have, let me see. I know Garland and, let me see. Colin Sexton, we got to keep an eye on the stats of these guys because I'm not getting nothing. I didn't see anything for Cleveland. And that's kind of tricky, because I do want to know if Colin Sexton is playing, so, but, I do have some, some interest in these guys, man. Because they're gonna go unowned, and not unowned, but they're gonna go lower owned than some of the rest of these cats. But injuries for these teams as of right now, Garland is questionable, Sexton is questionable. Who else? On the Indiana side, Brogdon's questionable. LeVert is out. Holiday's out. Warren out, of course. Martin is questionable. Brissett is off the injury report. Who else? That's about it, man. So it's a wait-and-see approach with the Cleveland side. I'd imagine Garland and Sexton play. So we just got to wait and see. Those two guys are being played for me. They'll be in play. And if one of those guys happen to miss, Ricky Rubio has to look pretty good, and coming off that bench on the point guard side. Who else here? Outside of who else? Outside of Mobley, he's been getting good run. Kevin Love, he's spotty. I can't go there. Jared Allen can spark some upside, so. It's just a wait-and-see approach. And then, similar to the last game with Indiana, we should see, I don't know how many minutes, these guys are slated to play. If we see anything close to last game, then these guys play mid-20s up into 30 minutes, man. So, TJ McConnell, Chris Duarte, both of these guys are priced favorably. 5,500 and 5,800, especially for the production that they've been putting out. And then Jeremy Lamb, he can pop off, but it's a no for me. It's just after that, it's just Sabonis for me. I won't be able to get to Miles Turner, even though he's priced pretty nice at 5,300, man. I'll be contemplating on that, just waiting on news and see, hopefully we get a definite on playing time. Philadelphia and Detroit here. Tobias Harris is out. Ben Simmons is questionable. He's in the area. He had a chance to play, but, we'll see. I doubt it, though. But Ben Simmons is out. Shake Milton is out. Danny Green is out. Thibault is out. Like I said, Tobias Harris is out. Joel Embiid is out. And on the Detroit side of things, you got Killian Hayes. He's questionable. I thought I seen he was closer to doubtful. Cunningham is out. Walton Jr. is out. Magruder is questionable. Smith and Stanley are out. Sadiq Bey is questionable. That looks to be it outside of Livers, but he's been out. So, starting off on the Philly side of things, I have some interest in Tyrese Maxey at 5,200. Could this be that day that he pops off for us? Ferkman Korkmaz, he's in play at 5,500. He's in play, but I don't know if I'll be able to get there. Isaiah Joe's going to get some run at 5,400. Who else? Oh, probably my favorite play on the slate is Andre Drummond at 6K. He can ball. He can grab rebounds. He can get assists. He's going to be doing a lot of other things too, going up against his old team. Over here on Detroit, I haven't played anybody over here from the preseason. I don't think I'm going to be able to play anybody over here. And it's a possibility that I don't care that how many minutes they play, But, Jeremy Grant, he's priced favorably, So, at 6,400, we know he can smash that price tag. That's one thing we do know. Kelly Olynyk, he's at 4,600. He's coming in at 4,600. That's a very nice price tag for Kelly O. All right. I'll be looking closely for the news, but those are probably the only two guys that I would like to even, fathom to get to. Isaiah Stewart, he's been, he ain't been playing like I really wanted him to play lately, but at 6,300, I don't know. I'll probably just stick with Drummond for cheaper, and that sounds weird saying that. Drummond for cheaper. Washington Wizards and New York Knicks. Injuries over here for the Washington Wizards. It doesn't look, outside of Hachimura and Bryant, everybody's healthy. And then it looks like New York is healthy outside of Nerlens Noel. He's questionable. And then Mitchell Robinson, he has a chance to play this game, man. He's questionable, so he has a chance to play. On the Wizards side of things, Dinwiddie hasn't been sparking the upside that I want. We do need minutes for both of these teams. New York, we probably would just need need to make sure everybody's playing, but I'll get to that in a second. But on the Washington side, Washington. Spencer Dinwiddie, he hasn't been playing but it's only the preseason. His minutes is going to ramp up. His price is nice at 6,400. If we get any news that any one of these guys are out, then we know we can make our pivots. Bradley Beal price has crept up to 8,600. Going up against this Knicks team, I don't know. What else? These teams did play too. I think they just played. Caldwell Pope on this slate, 8 games. Nope. Crisper, nope. Kuzma, nope. I just can't get to him. All right. What else we got here? Interesting plays, Daniel Gafford and Montrezl Harrell. You'll get Daniel Gafford for 6,100 and Harrell at 6,400. Both of these guys are in play. Barring any news, both of these guys are in play. It is what it is. On the New York Knicks side of things, Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickley. That's 3 guys right there that's going to get some play. So that's right, like diminishing the value of, all 3 of these guys, because they're definitely going to get some play. RJ Barrett prices came down to 7,500. I haven't played him. I don't know if I can get there. Alec Burks is a no. McBride, no. Just Evan Fournier, he just, he gets buckets, but no. Don't have any peripherals to his game. These guys, there's a lot of guys over here that can, step in and get some playing time. Julius Randle is probably my favorite play. Taj Gibson has been balling out, so we need to keep an eye out on the news. And then I can't get to know. Actually, I won't. Even if these guys did play, I wouldn't get to Mitchell Robinson or Nerlens Noel. But we have to keep an eye out on that situation because Taj Gibson has been playing well, and I'd imagine if one of these guys out, you could probably still go to Taj. But I haven't jumped on the train, on that Taj train, so I tend to stay away from that train. I hate to get burned. Moving on over to Memphis and Chicago. I mean, I'd imagine these two teams go ahead and slug it out. My Chicago Bulls, they looking good this year. Injuries, Chris Dunn is still out. Dylan Brooks is out. And on the Bulls side of things, you have Kobe White, he's still out. And Patrick Williams is questionable. He said he wants to play, so he's probably going to get out there and play. So there you have that. Tony Bradley is questionable, and he should be leaning towards playing today. So Bulls could have a few more additions this game, which is pretty good. Help out the depth of the team. On the Memphis side, Ja Morant, he's going to go hard in the paint every time he play. 8,100, he's definitely a play. And then Tyus Jones, the Meltons, the Conchars. I mean, all these guys I probably won't be able to get to them. I ain't even going to lie. On a slate like this, they have passed for me. Outside of Jaren Jackson Jr., which if they do play minutes, they need to run him out there as much as they can and try to see if he can stay out of foul trouble. This should be an awesome game. Steven Adams at 5,900 going up against Vucevic. If he can stay out of foul trouble or whatever the case may be, he can be a good source for some rebounds, but I don't know how much upside he'll be able to spark on that 5,900 price tag. For the Chicago Bulls, I mean, Lonzo's price probably, where he should be. He's in play. Zach LaVine gets sporting a $7,200 price tag. That's juicy. Alex Caruso coming in at 5,400. If we get any news that any of these guys will be out or whatever the case may be, I could probably think about that. Think about Alex Caruso. Other than that, I don't want no parts of him. He has been playing well. He has been doing good, but I think I can get some production in another just like in another game. What is he? What was his price? Alex Caruso 5,400. Yeah, I think Lowry is 55 or something like that. But yeah. So that's a no for me. Javonte Green. I mean, none of these. Oh, DeMar DeRozan. He's priced at $7K. Elise Johnson comes in and he does the dirty work, grab rebounds and all that. Patrick Williams, I'm gonna have to stay off of him. I mean, unless we hear otherwise, he is priced nicely at 4,200. And then you have the man in the middle, Vucevic, sitting up there at 8K. So they got some really nice plays over here. I'm excited for my Bulls team, man. So it's like a pick your poison thing, especially if we get any news that anybody's out or whatever the case may be, then we know what to pivot to. Dallas, they'll be without Luka Doncic. Terry's out. He's been out. Hardaway out. Bullock out. Porzingis out. So, on Milwaukee side, usual suspects, Ojale, DiVincenzo, Porter's, he's been out. But we have to keep an eye to the news. We got to keep an eye on the news, man. We need playing time for these guys. This is on the Dallas side, I just don't know what to do. I know Jalen Brunson, he's going to be in play. I don't know what his minutes going to be like. He's a microwave. He can come in and put up fancy points in a hurry. I'd like to see who Milwaukee's going to run out there, but for sure he's in play. I don't know if I'll get there. Sterling Brown, I don't know. What else? I mean, none of these guys, they not sexy to me. I can't really get to them. I ain't gonna lie, I can't really get to them. Milwaukee, gonna need news. Drew Holiday, I mean, you're gonna need news. That's a bottom line right there. You're gonna need news. I haven't heard them saying anything about them, dress rehearsal for this team or whatever. We don't, if we get news that these guys are going to be out, I'm going to have some real interest in Jordan Noir. Yeah, and Sandro, if everybody's out for the finale, so you might get somebody out there like Grayson Allen getting some time, but I just can't really get to him, man. What else we got here? Houston and San Antonio Spurs. On the Rockets side, Aaron Gordon's out. Who else is out? John Wall, and Daniel Tice. So those are the guys out for Rockets. And on the Spurs side of things, you're looking at Jones has been out. Lonnie Walker's questionable. And besides them, Londale and Collins, besides them, everybody's good to go. Damn, my fault, guys. Let me see. What was that? Spurs. I accidentally refreshed it. Yeah, so Kevin Porter Jr. is definitely in play. Jalen Green is in play. Those two guys, they're gonna get the minutes, man. Right along with Wood. So, Christian Wood, Kevin Porter, Jalen Green. Yeah, those guys are gonna get the work. With Daniel Tice out, you're gonna see Sengun. All right, Sengun is definitely a monster at 5,400. Christian Wright at 5,400. Depending on he stay out of foul trouble, whatever the case may be, he's gonna be probably getting a decent amount of run. Those are the guys that I'm interested in over here. And on the San Antonio Spurs side, it's a decent matchup going up against Houston. Not a very good defensive team. DeJounte Murray, Derek White. Keep an eye out on Pop, because he will pop your ass, and just have somebody sitting out, or a few people sitting out, or the strangest person sitting out, But, I mean, DeJounte Murray and Derek White, those are probably some of my favorites from this team right now. I mean, do I have interest in anybody else? Probably not. I mean, Podol, I could probably, he's going to go out there and give me some rebounds. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but, that's just about it for me over there. And then moving along, for the unless we get some more news for the San Antonio Spurs. Other than that, I mean, that's about it. Last game on the slate, man, so I can hurry up and get off this, so I can get me some rest. Damian Lillard is out. Anthony Simons is out. All right. Then you got Tony Snell out. Then you got Nasir Little out. And Cody Zeller out. On the Warriors side of things, we got Q tags for Curry. Of course, he's questionable. Klay Thompson, we know that deal with him. Kuminga is questionable. And then Wiseman is out. We know that. On the Portland side of things, we need news to confirm how many minutes these guys are playing. All right. CJ McCollum is supposed to be in at 7,100. Okay. Dennis Smith Jr. He played well last game. I mean, 5,500. He could be a sneaky play. Late, and nobody's going to be really trying to wait around for some Dennis Smith Jr. news. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see the starting lineup over here. But I have some, Norman Powell, at 5,100. If they say they playing their minutes, Norman Powell can heat up. Okay, It's going to be a decent amount of usage to go around minus Damian Lillard. Larry Nance Jr. probably a no for me. Cardio Covington at 4,300. He'll probably be in play, but a GPP shot. You know what I'm saying? And Yusuf Nurkic. I just don't know, how they're going to play it. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're going to play into the third or into the fourth, I don't know. Nurkic is pretty injury prone, but he's definitely in play. He knows how to, stuff the stat sheet. He can do, a multitude of things. Stephen Curry, if they feel, Kerr, if he letting these boys ride, I'm firing them up. 8,400. I mean, I can imagine, Steve Kerr wanting him to, get a decent amount of shots up, try to, get some of that, get some of that 3-point jinx up off of him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he will come in and put up 20 shots in X amount of time. So, or better. Jordan Poole, sitting at 6,800. If I don't know if I'll get to him or not, but he's definitely in play. We just need news. And Andrew Wiggins, he's going to be out there. We just need news. What else? Otto Porter Jr. at 6,500. Moody, I can't get there. Draymond Green at 5,300. That's an interesting play right there. I mean, that's about it, man. What? Gambling leans. I really need news, man. I really need news. Right now, it's looking like early lean to Miami. I really want to get Jimmy Butler news, but I still think they're pretty good. Cleveland and Indiana. I'm looking for Sexton and Garland news. I'd imagine they're playing, and that should make this game a really good game. Philadelphia and Detroit. I mean, I don't have no lean right here. I don't have no lean. Washington and New York Knicks. If they running their guys out here, both teams, I can see slight lean to New York Knicks. I don't even want to give y'all my pick on my Bulls because that's my Bulls. They're my Bulls, man. Shit, the Bulls. That's what the fuck you thought. Houston and San Antonio Spurs. I don't have a lean right this yet. And Portland Golden State, I just don't have a lean this yet, man. Thank you guys, man. We went through preseason, man. Like and subscribe, man. Stay tuned, man. Peace.